finally doing it, lads. After what feels about a year's worth of requests, Sheffield Wednesday are being rebuilt. Following a points deduction last season, the Owls have now been relegated to League One and find themselves in the third division of English football. This is a position Sheffield Wednesday should not be finding themselves in. So we are headed to Sheffield today, taking over Wednesday, and we're going to make them once again a top English club and make them European champions. The objective of this series is to take a team to Champions League glory. All games barring the Champions League final will be simulated. The jump-in feature cannot be used during simulations. And a warning, don't get butthurt if I sell your favorite player. So here is a look at the starting 11 we do have here at Sheffield Wednesday. It's an okay team. I mean, we've got some decent players for the League One level. Barry Bannan, of course, a former Premier League star. Well, I wouldn't say star player, but a staple in the Premier League. You've got Berahino, the former Stoke City man. What happened to him? Iorfa there in the defense. There's some quality players, but definitely some work to do if we want to get promoted. Also, the Aussie man himself, Massimo Luongo on the bench. Going to start off here with a player departure, however, as Shea Dunkley is off to Tijuana. Liam Palmer also out in this Sheffield Wednesday clean out, £790,000 for him. And we are going to make our first signing here in the Mr. Rebuild era at Sheffield Wednesday. The American defender Justin Shea is going to join us here for £1.6 million from FC Dallas. Just really focusing on the defense here, Ben Wilmot is going to join us from Stoke City. And as much as it hurts me, I have to sell this man. I can't get butthurt if I sell my favourite player, Massimo Luongo, the Australian defensive midfielder, one of our heroes during the 2015 Asian Cup, is off to Almeria. Whilst Lee Gregory gets to endure another points deduction in the championship as he's off to Derby County. So there we go, lads. That is the opening transfer window done and dusted here to kick off life at Sheffield Wednesday, focusing on the defense, selling some players, but most importantly, just trying to build the foundations for a successful rebuild. But here is the starting 11 that we do have now after the transfer window. I've got the sharpness up, I've got the morale up, I've got everything firing for most of the squad. Of course, a few players on the bench that I haven't been able to give a lot of game time to, not fully happy or sharp, but it is what it is. The goal for this season has to be getting ourselves back up to the championship, so let's go and track our progress on the 1st of January. Second in League One, brilliant, you love to see it. We've got Wickham top of the table, 5 draws, 5 losses, 15 wins for us. Just need to keep this coming in the second half of the season. So I really want to make sure we get one of the automatic promotion spots. I'm going to sell another defender here, Sam Hutchinson, one of our quality defenders, off to Göteborg for 700k. And we are going to break our transfer record here at Sheffield Wednesday as manager, bringing the Danish winger Mohamed Daramy into the club from Ajax. I can't remember if I signed this guy in the past or not, but he is an absolute gun in FIFA 22. The Danish winger joining us for £4.6 million, which is crazy money to spend in League One. Champions of League One, and we've done it quite easily, to be honest. 10 points clear of both Ipswich and Wickham Wanderers, and we are headed up to the championship and adding some trophy-ware to the silver cabinet. No, what? Adding some silverware to the trophy cabinet while we're at it. Meanwhile, at the other end of the spectrum, it is Accrington, Gillingham, Cheltenham Town, and Burton Albion all relegated. Manchester United demolished Chelsea to win the FA Cup. Meanwhile, Man City win the Carabao Cup. Ipswich Town have won the Papa John's Trophy on penalties. I was really hoping we could do that this season and win that silverware, but it is what it is. And Wickham, despite being top of the league on the 1st of January and missing out on promotion via goal difference, have lost the playoff final to Wigan. Whilst Barcelona, no Messi, no problems for them. Napoli win the Europa League, and Roma win the Jose Mourinho derby to stop Spurs from winning the Conference League like they always do in Season 1. Big seasons though from a few players. Windars, you got Berahino, maybe a little bit of a career renaissance on here for Sado Berahino, the former Stoke man. 15 goals, 11 assists. But anyways, that is season number 1 done and dusted here at Sheffield Wednesday. We have been promoted up to the championship. Now it's all about surviving the second division. So Bailey Peacock Farrell was only in the club for 1 season on a loan deal, so I'm going to go ahead and sign a permanent goalkeeper now the Irish goalkeeper Mark Travers is going to join us here from Bournemouth for just over 3 mil. Meanwhile, I also want to make a bit of an upgrade at the left wing spot, so Silas Sal is out of the club off to Cardiff City. We have a severe lack of defenders, of centre backs, so I was looking at getting some rotational centre backs in the free agents list when I ever stumbled upon this guy, Pascal Bouquet, 74 rated French defender. I am definitely signing him. And we're also going to sign a young German centre-half, Benjamin Becker, joining us on a free. Ever since I realised that Kai Jorge was joining Juventus and therefore going to be in FIFA 22, I have been wanting to sign this wonder kid so much. I made a video before FIFA 22 came out about the top players to re-sign or to sign in rebuilds this year. This man made the list and I'm so excited to finally have him in a rebuild. Kai Jorge joining us from Juventus for £4.5 million. Meanwhile, Marvin Johnson is the latest player out of the club, off to Al Nassr for £760,000. And despite having a very good season 1 at the club, I am going to part ways with Josh Windass, headed to Brøndby in the Danish league, I think, for 1.4 mil. Jack Hunt also out of the club. The clean out continues. But that is the season 2 summer transfer window done and dusted here. 4 pickups to the squad. 3 of them quite significant. No offense, Becca. But Travers, Bouquet and Kai Jorge, I am very excited about. But as we get to face the championship for the first time as manager of Sheffield Wednesday, this is the side we have to do it with. I don't know what to expect. I don't know if we're in the relegation battle. I don't know if we're a mid-table side. I don't know if we're going undefeated and getting promoted up to the Premier League. I really do not know what to expect from this second season. And that's kind of exciting. On the cusp of promotion to the Premier League here on the 1st of January, after 28 games in this championship season, we are 1 point out of the playoffs. It's not an insane upgrade, but it's an upgrade nonetheless. We didn't have a crazy amount of money to spend here. There was nobody I really wanted to sell, so I thought, okay, let's bump up the squad just a little bit. Maybe we sneak into the playoffs, but we are going to sign Casey Palmer, the Jamaican attacking midfielder, for £2.2 million from Bristol City. No! We missed out on the playoffs by 1 point. Damn you, QPR. Meanwhile, at the other end of the table, it is Bristol City, Wigan Athletic and Derby County all relegated. Chelsea have won the FA Cup here in season number 2. They also win the Carabao Cup. Fair play to them. QPR, sneaking into the playoffs by 1 point, have won the playoffs. QPR have been promoted up to the Premier League. Manchester City have won the Champions League, and it is Borussia Dortmund as Europa League champions. Number 1 question is, what the hell are Liverpool doing in the Conference League? They've won it though. That is not a surprise to me. And at this point, we say goodbye and thank you to Barry Bannan, who is officially retiring from football. That is going to leave a hole in our midfield. So the goal has to be getting into the playoff zone for season number 3. We need to do it, lads. We were on the cusp. Let's keep building at Sheffield Wednesday. So after a pretty brutal first 2 seasons where I've sold a lot of players, we need to just keep on building up the youth academy or the free agents list to keep the squad with actually enough numbers to make sales. But we are going to sign a North Macedonian striker here, Pascal Dragov, and we're also going to sign a young English right back, Nathan Sharp. All good things come in threes. Alexandru Musi, the Romanian winger, is going to join us on a free, and that is going to allow us to part ways with the backup goalkeeper, Cameron Dawson, who is off to Malaga for £860,000. We couldn't get the career renaissance fully completed. Saido Berahino, what potential he had back in the day, but he is off to Augsburg. Just like Kai Jorge, Pablo Javi is another player that I have been desperate to sign in a rebuild this year. There's been a few opportunities where I've had him on the shortlist, but he just hasn't made sense. Well, now, following the departure of Barry Bannan and needing a bit of more youth and quality in the midfield, we are going to do just that and sign Pablo Javi, who is joining us from Barcelona for £6 million. I could never see them accepting £6 million in real life, but That's the beauty of FIFA and the rebuilds. I've been trying to send this guy off on a loan for the past 3 years. Finally, he is off to Austin FC. My man just wanted to meet Matthew McConaughey. Gonna go ahead and sign another free agent midfielder as the South Korean midfielder Yoon Soo Lim is going to join us. And George Byers on deadline day here is going to depart the club for just over £1 million. These summer windows are just always chaotic, but we have made some quality additions to the starting 11 and to the reserves. So excited to see what Javi can bring to the side though. But this is how the starting 11 is currently looking. I'm actually very surprised by the growth of Casey Palmer. When I brought him in last year, I was like, yeah, this is just going to be like a 6-month transfer. Expected to ship him out this transfer window, but my man is actually growing quite nicely up to a 74. You guys know the standard right now. The standard is be at the very least, a promotion playoff team. All right, so here we sit, ladies and gentlemen, on the 1st of January, currently 4th in the championship, only 6 points away from Birmingham City in the automatic spots. It seems like we might not have enough to catch Burnley at the top of the table, but we need to push for an automatic spot. I was kind of hoping when I started this rebuild that Dennis the Menace, I don't know if that's his actual name, that's just the nickname I'm giving him, but I didn't know if Dennis had a Niran. Hey, Niran, FNG, dead trim. I have a dead trim as well, but I wanted Dennis Adeniran to be a quality player. I was hopeful that we could get some decent growth out of him, but the dream is over, lads. The dream is dead and buried. We're sending Dennis Adeniran to SC Braga, and we are going to replace him with a midfield upgrade, both in overall and youthful exuberance, whatever it is. But we are sending Juan Sforza to the club. £4.7 million to bring him across from Wolfsburg. Automatically promoted Sheffield Wednesday are back in the top division, baby. 7 points clear of Birmingham City, but 13 points behind Burnley, who have just absolutely romped the league this season. We are also officially the biggest club in Sheffield as we finish 15 points ahead of the Blades. Meanwhile, at the other end of the table, Millwall, Ipswich Town and Doncaster are all down in League One. Manchester United win the FA Cup this year. Chelsea add another trophy to what has been a successful trophy haul in this rebuild. It's probably the fairest thing, but Birmingham City have also been promoted alongside ourselves in Burnley. Manchester United win the Champions League. Real Sociedad the Europa League. Spurs finally did it. Normally it happens in season 1, number 1, but it's happened in season number 3 here. Tottenham have won the Conference League. Also, what a season for a few of our players. Kai Jorge on the road to Premier League promotion has gone up 6 overall, got 21 goals. Darami's got 17. Corbin Yu, the Canadian winger, 14 goals, 14 assists. The lads are going off. But up to the Premier League after 3 seasons with Sheffield Wednesday we go. It's time to get the Owls back into a Premier League juggernaut. Since we're in the Premier League, the goal has to be survival, and I want to make sure we give ourselves the best possible chance of doing that. We have added an absolute stud, a certified stud to the squad as we sign the Dutch midfielder Mohamed Mkhitaryan, joining us here for £31.4 million from Juventus. Mate, fair play to Casey Palmer. He has done so much better than I expected in a short period of time, and I'm very happy that we brought him in for, what, £2 million 2 years ago, because we've flipped him for £11.2 million to Real Sociedad. We are also going to part ways with Callum Patterson, who is off to FC Augsburg for £1.65 million. The clean out continues. Dominic Iorfa off to Stuttgart. There we go. I'm keeping a little bit in our back pocket. I just really want to see how we're doing halfway through this opening Premier League season with Sheffield Wednesday. Mkhitaryan is a massive addition, but I think there's still more work we need to do. I mean, you look at the starting 11, it's decent in certain areas and it's lacking in others. I really, fully do not know what to expect in this first season in the Premier League. For me personally, anything that isn't relegation is a good sign to me. That's just me being straight up. As long as we don't get relegated, this season is a success. So far, the season's a success. We sit 12th in the Premier League here on 24 points, but we are nowhere near close to survival yet. Only halfway through the season, and we're only 9 points clear. So we need to keep this sort of form up in the second half of the season and start turning those draws into wins. So we're going to make a free agent signing here, not a blockbuster free agent signing, but for the Iranian left back, Asad El-Habash is joining us here on a free. And we are going to part ways with our default starting left back. The man's been here since day one. He's actually grown quite decently, but I just really want to take the left back spot to the next level. Jaden Brown off to Getafe. And our new left back is a massive addition to the side. Ryan Ainouri is joining us here from Wolverhampton for £28 million. The Frenchman is a welcome addition to this starting lineup. What a second half of the season, ladies and gentlemen. We finished 9th in the Premier League here with Sheffield Wednesday. Like I said, anything that's not in the relegation zone is a massive, massive tick on this season for me. 9th is fantastic. At the top of the table, Manchester United have been crowned Premier League champions. Aston Villa, West Ham, and Birmingham City. A lot of Brexit morals in those supporter bases, and they've all been relegated. Liverpool have won the FA Cup. Leicester City take down Aston Villa to win the Carabao Cup. It would have been great if Aston Villa won that, so they would be playing European football whilst in the Championship. Juventus win the Champions League. Leverkusen take down Atalanta to win the Europa League. And Hoffenheim are Season 4's Conference League champs. Kai Jorge, the step up to the Premier League has not been an issue for him. Same with, to be fair, Corbonu, Kai Jorge, and Durame are just absolutely killing it. And that is a great first season as well for a Hitteran. 10 goals, 7 assists. I am so happy with this first season in the Prem. We achieved our goal of surviving in the Premier League. We added some great players to the squad and we finished 9th. That is about as successful a season as I could have hoped for. I have been on the free agents list looking for a decent little backup goalkeeper option when I stumbled upon this guy, the Brazilian shot-stopper Pedro dos Santos, 81 overall at age 21. This guy could be an absolute weapon. I'm going to sign him on a 5-year deal and throw him straight into the starting 11. Apologies, Mark Travers, but business is business. And this is bloody good business at that. I found this guy before I found Dos Santos. And I was like, yeah, this guy will probably do for doing this guy will probably be the guy that I choose as a backup goalkeeper. But let's just keep looking. That's when I found Dos Santos. But Kai Arnold is also into the club here as a backup goalkeeper. Well, third string to Mark Travers, but we'll see what happens with him. I don't think anybody is surprised to see this, but I have decided to sell Mark Travers, the Irishman, off to West Ham United, off to the Championship for £25.5 million. I'm also going to sell our club captain, Ben Wilmot. He did an absolute job for us to kick off life at the club, but we are going to sell him to Lazio, and we make a massive, massive upgrade to the squad. I am desperately trying to avoid second season syndrome here. I want to make sure we finish top 10 again. Sven Botman, the Dutch centre-half, is going to join us here from Wolfsburg for a club record transfer of £50 million. So there we go, lads. Big additions to the squad, focusing on the defense here to kick off season number 5. Like I said just before when I signed Botman, I desperately want to avoid second season syndrome. And I think these signings are surely going to go a long way in helping that happen. Kai Jorge is living up to every expectation I had of him. 85 overall right now. Our star striker, banging in the goals. And I hope that continues this season. Let's see if we can get him up towards the 90 mark. That would be absolutely bonkers. Okay, so I said, to be fair, I said I wanted to avoid second season syndrome. We're doing that so far. As long as we don't get relegated, that's avoiding second season syndrome. But we currently sit 13th in the Premier League. Really want a big second half of the season like we had last year. Juan Forza came in the other year to get rid of Dennis Adeniran, and we're going to now look to upgrade the Uruguayan as we send the Uruguayan to Napoli. There's a good track record of Uruguayan players at Napoli. Good things tend to happen, but Juan Forza is there for 28.8 mil. And in response, we spend every last penny we have to bring in Conor Gallagher, signing him here for £40 million from Tottenham, the English centre midfielder. I don't think I've ever signed him in a rebuild, to be honest, and I'm very excited to use him. He's been doing quite well for Crystal Palace this season in the Prem, as far as I know. Let's go, lads. What is it with us and having incredible second halves of the season? That Conor Gallagher signing makes all the difference as we finish 7th in the Premier League. The thing that makes me kind of upset, though, is we were only 3 points away from a Champions League spot and like 1 point away from Europa League, 2 points away really from Europa League. I think this means though we play Conference League next year. Also, what the hell? That just clicked. Everton won the Premier League. Oh my god, I didn't even notice that. At the other end of the spectrum, however, Leeds United, Brentford and Burnley are all relegated. Liverpool win the FA Cup on a penalty shootout. Meanwhile, Man City take down Liverpool to win the Carabao Cup. PSG demolish Bayern Munich to win the Champions League. Atalanta defeat Wolfsburg to win the Europa League final. And Lyon win the Conference League. We keep on building towards European football. We have Conference League football in season number 6 ahead of us. Let's crack on and see what we're made of. I'm not going to lie, the growth of Pascal Bokeh has been kind of disappointing so far. I'm going to send him out on a season loan move to Brighton and see if I can get any growth in the Frenchman, but the signs are not good so far. I might just be making the same mistake twice. We had a regen player that hasn't been able to do it for us, so we're going to go sign another regen player, although this guy just looks like he is different gravy, and I'm not going to lie. He has a bloody cool name. He sounds like he could have been like the villain in a Harry Potter movie or something, but his name is Humberto Salazar. Humberto Salazar, the Spanish centre-half joining us from West Ham for 52 mil. Another regen player joining as a backup striker, really, Theo Beckett. And that's all we're going to do for this transfer window. Not the craziest opening to season number 6. A big addition in the defense, but yeah, nothing wild. I really need to get these guys happy in the squad. Darami and Gallagher are the only ones loving life right now. But in terms of just overalls, the team is coming along quite nicely. The goal surely has to be pushing into European and Champions League football this year. And I was right in saying that we are playing Conference League football this season. We need to give it a red hot crack this year. Halfway through the Premier League season on the 1st of January, we are on the cusp of qualification to the Champions League. Again, I need one of our world famous second halves of the season to come into fruition. 4 points out of the top 4. Need to turn it on. But I mean, again, after spending essentially our entire budget on Humberto Salazar, and then some of the players in our squad that I would be looking to sell on not really being worth enough and not having enough money, I've decided to do nothing in this transfer window. You guys might not like it, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it, okay? And I mean, despite not doing any transfer business, we're still manager of the month, baby. Maybe I should have done some business. That hurts, man. That really hurts. We finish 2 points away from 5th place Chelsea, but then 7 points away from the reigning or the former champions in Everton. We've dropped from 6th to 8th. That is not one of our famous second halves of the season. At the other end of the season though, Leicester City are officially a fallen giant of English football as they come 18th. Liverpool win the FA Cup. We win the Carabao Cup, baby. Let's go. I believe that means I think we're already playing Conference League football next year, but the Carabao Cup solidifies that. Another Champions League title here to PSG. Borussia Mönchengladbach have won the Europa League. We're playing Europa League next season, ladies and gentlemen. We get Sheffield Wednesday, our first ever Conference League title, as in season number 6. The Owls take down Saint Etienne to win the Conference League. Let's go. Another huge season here from Kai Jorge, absolutely just killing it. Darami, Mkhitaryan, the lads are on fire. Kai Jorge almost up to a 90 overall as well. It is, sensational. The experiment has somewhat failed. Pascal Bokeh not living up to the hype that I initially expected him to have. Pascal Bokeh off to Inter Milan on a permanent £32 million transfer. I'm still pretty pissed off that we didn't make Champions League football last season, so I want to make sure that happens here in season number 7. Billy Gilmore is going to join the club here. I'm going all out, and we're signing the Scotsman for £75 million from AS Monaco, bringing him back to the Premier League. And I'm going to send Pablo Javi out on a season-long loan move. The growth hasn't been as strong as I would have hoped, so we're sending him to Manchester United. I don't know if he's going to get any game time there, but we'll find out. Keeping a little bit in the back pocket for the January transfer window if we need to load up headed into January. But Gilmore in, Bouquet out, Javi out on loan. We're at that point with the squad now where I really like the direction we're heading. It's just about cherry picking certain positions. The positions I'm looking at right now, I'm like, do we need a new goalkeeper instead of Dos Santos? Do we need a new right back? Do we upgrade on Corbonneau? I'm not fully certain, but a lot of those questions and the corresponding answers are really going to depend on how we're going on the 1st of January. Top of the Premier League here on the 1st of January. West Ham United as well. They got relegated. Now they've been promoted and they are our biggest contenders right now for the Premier League title. This top 8 is crazy. Newcastle and Norwich up there as well, but no likes of Arsenal or really anybody else, although Liverpool, the rest of them are pretty good. But we are top of the Premier League. That's all that matters. And we're also into the knockout rounds of the Europa League after going undefeated in the group stages. Alright, I'm not going to go crazy like I was initially planning on. I was thinking, okay, I'm going to sell this guy, I'm going to sell this guy, I'm going to sell this guy, I'm going to make a crazy signing there. But we're top of the table right now, so I don't need to hit the panic button. I'm just going to reinforce the backups of the squad. Taylor Hardwood-Bellis joining us here for an £18.2 million from Manchester City as a backup centre-half option. Sheffield Wednesday, champions of the Premier League, ladies and gentlemen. You love to see it 5 points ahead of Manchester City. We've won the Premier League, but most importantly for the rebuild, we have qualified for Season 8's Champions League campaign. At the other end of the table, I feel like Leeds, Burnley and Brentford all got relegated a couple years ago together, but they've been relegated here. Liverpool have absolutely demolished West Brom to win the FA Cup. Hey, I mean, I like to see that. Fulham have won the Carabao Cup. Atletico Madrid have won a Madrid derby to win the Champions League. We lost the Europa League final. I mean, it's just a vanity metric at this point because we've already qualified for the Champions League, but it would have been so nice to go back to back in winning the Conference League and the Europa League, but we lose to Bayer Leverkusen. Meanwhile, Brighton have won the Conference League. Fair play, Brighton. Yo, Mohamed Daramy has just gone to another level this season. I feel like he's flying under the radar. My man is at 91 overall at age 26 and has scored 32 goals and picked up 10 assists in the process. That is absolutely wild. But we have hit the peak of English football, and now we are into the biggest competition in Europe. Champions League football coming to Sheffield Wednesday in season number 8. Let's crack on and see what we're really and truly made of. That loan move did absolute wonders for Pablo Javi. 85 rated now after being 82 last year. Okay, we've got a decent player to work with here. We have decided to upgrade on Dos Santos, however. Elliot Gosselin, the French goalkeeper, 22 years of age, 88 overall. This is a no-brainer to spend as much as to spend anything really on bringing him across to the club at £105 million to sign him from Chelsea. But we are going to sign, or we're going to sell, I should say, Kai Arnold, sending him back to Germany as he's off to Bielefeld for 7 mil. And Pascal Dragov is off to Preston North End for just under £2 million. Going to sign a backup striker here. Really want to make our squad as strong as possible to have as strong a run at the Champions League as we can. Jonathan Burkhart is joining us from Newcastle United. And Michel Barker is going to join us for £30.2 million as a backup left back. I've overpaid slightly, but it was tough trying to... I've had talked like 3 or 4 other left backs before I could bring Barker into the club, signing him here from Hoffenheim. So there we go. Really, like I said, going all out to give ourselves the best squad possible to get into this Champions League campaign. Gosselin, Burkhart, Barker into the side. Let's go look at the starting 11 and I'll show you why I'm feeling so confident. Okay, let's advance a few days so I can actually show you, like, our squad's so good that essentially everybody's off on international duty. That's more like it. As you can see here, this team is looking absolutely superb. The lowest rated players in the starting 11 is Shea, who's 86. The others are all 87, 88 or higher. I'm very keen. The bench could use a little bit of work, but some key positions are definitely sorted. And I've got players on the bench that can also cover multiple positions. So if we get injuries or suspensions in certain areas, I feel confident we'll be able to switch the squad around and get a good team on the park. But our first run in the Champions League, we have Bayern Munich, Fenerbahce, and Rangers. Need to get ourselves through. I mean, logically, you would think it's going to be between ourselves and Bayern Munich to get that top spot. Fenerbahce, though, always have a good side on career mode. Rangers, alive. Like, I don't know what to expect from Rangers. New manager, no Steven Gerrard anymore. All I want, though, is to just get out of Group G. This is not what I was expecting. This is definitely not what I was expecting here. In Group G of the Champions League, we top the group, not a single loss. And we're going alongside Fenerbahce. It's not like Bayern Munich narrowly missed out. They won one game in the entire group stages. Bayern Munich didn't even get into the Europa League. That goes to Rangers. Bayern Munich came last. But in the round of 16, we have been drawn alongside Inter Milan. Our title defense isn't going exactly to plan at the moment. We are 8 points behind Manchester City, but we are narrowly still holding on to a Champions League spot. Need to make sure we take it up another gear here in the second half of the season and guarantee Champions League football in season number 9. No business here in the January transfer window. I was absolutely rubbing pennies together after that opening transfer window, so it just really wasn't worth it to me. But we are directly into the Champions League knockout rounds, into the round of 16 here in season number 8, on the road to the world famous San Siro as we take on Inter Milan. We're going to get right into it. We're going to simulate it. Oh, baby, we're actually a good team. Okay, that is very nice. 3-0 up after the first leg. All right, time for leg number 2 here, ladies and gentlemen, as we take on Inter Milan. It's going to take a monumental bottle job for us not to get into the quarterfinals. So my big thing is, let's not get injuries and let's not get suspensions. Let's get through this as safe as possible. If it's a 0-0 draw with nothing exciting happening, I am okay with that. We're going to simulate it here for a spot in the quarterfinals, and that is exactly what we are going to do. 3-1. Salazar with a yellow card. Hopefully he's not suspended, but we are through to the quarterfinals, 6-1 on aggregate, and that gives me a lot of confidence. Well, wouldn't you fancy that? We take down Inter Milan, and now we're versing the other side of the Milan derby as we face AC Milan in the Champions League quarters. All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, at home for the first leg. Need to set ourselves up for success as we get ready for the second leg. If we can get another 3-0 lead, then I would be a very happy camper. But we're going to get right into it here. The first leg is a 1-0 win. It is a win for us. Durrani in the 23rd minute. Gallagher with yellow card, though. Hopefully he's not suspended. But we do have a narrow advantage. So we have the advantage, but the San Siro has been a happy hunting ground for us in the past. Another 3-0 win would be nice, but as long as we draw or win this game, we are into the Champions League semi-finals. I am not going to stuff around. We're going to get right into it here. The second leg of the Champions League quarterfinals is a 2-1 win. We absolutely dominate AC Milan there. Slightly disappointed it's only 2-1, but we are through to the semi-finals, and that is all that matters at the end of the day. 2 Spanish giants, 1 English giant now, and a German team as well in RB Leipzig. Wouldn't classify them as a giant, but we are versing Barcelona in the Champions League semis. All right, traveling away to the world-famous Camp Nou here for the first leg. Need to take down the Catalonian giant and set ourselves for success when we head back to Sheffield. I'm not going to stuff around, lads. I'm going to get right into it, simulating the first leg against Barcelona, and it is a narrow come-from-behind victory against Barcelona. Frankie de Jong getting a yellow card for them in the 89th minute. Fingers crossed that is going to see him get suspended, but that is a big ending. Kai Jorge winning the first leg in the 87th minute. It is advantage Sheffield Wednesday as we get into the Champions League semi-final. A Champions League final spot on the line again. A draw or win sees us get through, but I would be lying if I said I was confident right now, lads. I am absolutely bricking it. Barcelona are a different juggernaut. We're going to get right into it here for a spot in the final. We are headed to the Champions League final, but we're going to be without Billy Gilmour, who got a second yellow card. We've made our way through, but that's going to be Billy Gilmour's season over thank God we kept Pablo Javi. But in the Champions League final here in season number 8, it is going to be Sheffield Wednesday versus Atletico Madrid. It's another Madrid side winning some European silverware, with Real Madrid winning the Europa League. Fair play. FC Luzern have won the Conference League. Also, speaking of FC Luzern and those sorts of sides, I want to do like a weird rebuild in there, like a unique sort of rebuild in the next few weeks. Like maybe like a Swedish team or a Swiss team like Luzern, or a Danish team, or like tell me some weird teams that are from that part of Europe that you'd like to see me rebuild, because we've been doing a lot of English and German and like the main country rebuilds, but I want to spread my wings. Look, I'm disappointed that we didn't win the Premier League this season. I am definitely disappointed. We come third with Sheffield Wednesday, but we have qualified for next year's Champions League campaign, and end of the day, that's the biggest thing for me. Aston Villa are officially a yo-yo club. They've been relegated again. We lose the FA Community Shield at the start of the season to Liverpool. Man City win the FA Cup. And Man United take down Stoke City of all teams to win the Carabao Cup. But here we go, lads. Taking a look through the squad report as we get ready for the Champions League final here against Atletico Madrid. This team has been absolutely insane. 8 seasons so far. Can we get the job done? I'm disappointed we don't have Billy Gilmore in the squad for this final. Luckily, that's the only injury or suspension we have, but I'm very grateful that we kept Pablo Javi, and I'm even more grateful we sent him out on loan last season to Manchester United. But this team, especially the offense, is absolutely insane. Some of these stats I'm seeing are just crazy. Some of the overalls we've had for the squad are absolutely crazy. I am so excited to see how this team performs as we get into the Champions League final. It is going to be the Owls of Sheffield Wednesday versus Atletico Madrid. It is the moment we have all been waiting for. The Champions League final being played in Porto, I think. We face Atletico Madrid. Let's get it done. They've got a number advantage. I'm just holding back with Salazar. It's a good ball there to João Felix. It's defending, good tackle there from Salazar. Can we get anything here on the counter attack? That is an absolute launcher of a ball. I was going to put it back post. That's a terrible touch, but off the post. Oh, what a save from Oblak. Come on, lads. Javi looking for some support. Gonna go there. I see the gap. That is a massive gap. Jorge Gallagher. 1-0. I left that way too late, but we take the lead here against Atletico Madrid. That gap was absolutely massive. We drag the defender out of position and take the lead here in the Champions League final. Let's go. Come on. Yes, we got the advantage in front of him. Yes, make the back run. Good. Is he onside? Is he onside? He is! And we double our advantage. It's only right that Kai Jorge is going to score in this Champions League final. Yes, lads. That is. I thought he was offside for all money, to be fair. Good ball from the keeper. I see that run being made. That's nice there from Corbin. I see the man in front as well. Is he onside? Is he onside? He hit her in. Oh my god, we have just gone absolutely off right now, fellas. This has been 15 minutes of mayhem, and we are 3-0 up with the 2010 World Cup celebration in there. You love to see it. We are killing it. Come on. I want a fourth. I want a fourth before halftime. Durami, please. Please, brother. Make it 4. It's 4-0. This is absolute domination here in Portugal. 4-0 up before halftime. Oh my god. Don't let them get anything back in this one. I can already feel momentum shifting, lads. Keep your position. João Felix on the attack here for Atletico Madrid. That's poor from me, lunging in there. They go there. That is a quality finish. Do not bottle this. Do not bottle this. I want that 4-goal advantage back, I'm being honest, lads. As we get closer to the game, here we go. Shea, what a save. Follow up, why did I hit that first time? Follow up again, save from All Black. Why did I not hit that first time? Nicely won there from Salazar. He hit through and going there to Kai Jorge. The underrun, this is beautiful. Hit it. Oh, the technique. I'm so done. I've been trying not to scream here because my throat is so sore. But that is worth losing my voiceover. He hit through it on the volley. That is saucy. Come on, we want 6, lads. This has just been... I haven't had a final like this in a long time. What is this defense doing there? Look at the gap. Kai Jorge. There we go. That is going to be 6-1 there. Can we add more? Check the time. It's championship time, baby. Oh my god, lads. That is one of the biggest demolition shots we have had in rebuild final history, lads. What a rebuild with the Owls. What a rebuild with Sheffield Wednesday, lads. It has been long anticipated, but if you enjoyed today's rebuild, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe down below if you are new around here. It has been JarradHD. I'm about to go scull about 400 lem sips and try sorting out my throat because it is sore. It has been JarradHD here. I'm out. Peace.